Science in sleeping, the soothing wonders hidden in the night sky. Welcome back to Science in Sleeping. It's always so good to have you here again tonight. We're drifting quietly into the velvety calm of the night sky, a place where silence isn't empty, but full of stories, of light, and of ancient cosmic whispers that travel through time to find us. As you listen, I hope this gentle journey helps you drift off peacefully, or at least brings you a little stillness, a soft unwinding after a long day. Maybe you're lying in bed right now, your pillow cool against your cheek, the faint hum of your room fading into quiet. You might be watching from somewhere far away, a city apartment, a cozy countryside home, or maybe even somewhere in between. Wherever you are, I'd love to know. What time is it where you're listening from? Is it close to midnight? Or are you already somewhere in the small, quiet hours? That time of night when the world feels slower, softer, more forgiving. You don't need to remember any of this. There's no test, no task, no pressure to stay awake or focus too hard. This story, this exploration, is meant to wash gently through your thoughts like a tide of calm. All you need to do is breathe and let your mind wander freely through the space between the stars. Now, settle in, get comfortable. Feel your shoulders loosen, your jaw unclench. Let the weight of the day slide off your body like a passing cloud. If your thoughts are still racing, let them move. They'll slow down on their own. There's nowhere else you need to be right now. Nothing else you need to do. Above you, somewhere beyond the dark ceiling of your room, the sky stretches endlessly, even when we can't see it. It's there, vast and constant, quietly glowing with billions of suns. Every pinprick of light is a story written in the language of physics and wonder. And tonight, we're going to explore a few of those stories together, not in the way a scientist might, but like dreamers, listening softly to what the universe has to say. We'll wander through starlight and time. We'll learn how the color of a star tells the story of its life. We'll explore how cosmic dust, drifting silently between worlds, creates the very atoms we breathe, and we'll discover that even the deepest darkness of night isn't truly empty, but alive with invisible motion and quiet light. You might drift off before we finish, and that's perfectly fine. In fact, that's what this journey is meant to do. If sleep comes for you halfway through a sentence, let it. Your mind can rest, knowing the stars will keep shining, whether you're awake to see them or not. So take one last deep breath, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Feel the air settle, the chest soften, the eyelids grow heavier. Outside, the night sky turns slowly, patiently. A vast ocean of calm waiting just beyond the window. And with every quiet moment that passes, you're already becoming part of it. Now, let's begin our journey through the soothing wonders hidden in the night sky. Have you ever wondered what happens in the sky just after the sun disappears below the horizon? That quiet, weightless moment when the colors fade from gold to lavender, and the first fragile stars begin to flicker awake. It's a time most of us rush through without noticing, walking home, checking our phones, turning on lights, yet above us, an entire world is shifting, light scattering, air cooling, molecules dancing through changing shadows. It's almost as if the sky itself is taking a deep breath after a long day, slowly exhaling into the calm of night. Picture yourself standing on a quiet hillside. The last rays of sunset are melting away, and the world around you is bathed in a dusky blue glow. You can feel the temperature drop ever so slightly, a coolness brushing your skin in the distance. A faint breeze moves through the grass, whispering across the earth like an invisible current. Above you, the horizon fades into layers, pale orange, then indigo, then the deep, endless blue of oncoming night. If you stay still long enough, you can almost feel the planet turning, the light falling away, the shadows stretching. You are not separate from this transition, you are part of it, as natural as the fading day itself. As the sun dips lower, its light has to travel through more and more of Earth's atmosphere. That's why the sky changes color. The shorter blue wavelengths scatter first, painting the afternoon sky bright and airy. But when the sun moves toward the horizon, that blue light gets scattered out of sight, leaving behind the longer reds, oranges, and pinks that paint our sunsets. It's not just beauty, it's physics. Billions of tiny air molecules bending light, scattering photons, painting color into the air we breathe. And as night deepens, something even more magical happens. The stars begin to appear. Each one of them has been shining for millions, sometimes billions of years. But we only see them once the daylight's brilliance steps aside. When you gaze up, the light you see from some stars left its home long before humans existed. The starlight from Vega, one of the brightest in the summer sky, began its journey 25 years ago. The light from Deneb, much farther away, started traveling over 2,000 years ago. Every glimmer in the night is a message from the past, still crossing the vast silence of space to reach your eyes tonight. If you could stretch your arms out far enough, you'd find that every star belongs to a vast cosmic city, our galaxy. The Milky Way, a spiral of more than 200 billion stars, slowly rotating like a luminous pinwheel. We orbit its center at a speed of about 200,000 kilometers per hour. Yet we feel none of it. To us, the world seems still, calm, serene. Our entire solar system drifts through this galactic ocean, circling once every 230 million years, meaning the last time Earth was in this same part of the galaxy. The first dinosaurs were just beginning to walk the planet. That's how immense the rhythm of the cosmos is, an ancient clock moving with patience beyond our imagination. Even the softest twinkle of starlight has a scientific secret. Stars appear to flicker because their light passes through the turbulent layers of our atmosphere. As air currents shift and bend, they distort the light slightly, making it dance. It's the universe's quiet illusion. The stars themselves never waver. Only our atmosphere makes them shimmer. If you could stand above Earth in the still vacuum of space, you'd see the stars burn with steady light, unwavering and pure. Did you know that the faint band of the Milky Way visible on dark nights is not a cloud? It's actually the collective glow of billions of distant suns, so many that our eyes blur them into a soft ribbon of silver. When ancient civilizations looked up, they thought it was the spine of the night, the path of gods, or the river of souls. Today, astronomers map that same band using radio waves, infrared light, and even X-ray, revealing hidden stars and gas clouds invisible to the naked eye. And yet, even with all our technology, the feeling it gives, that soft pull of wonder, hasn't changed for thousands of years. Somewhere, right now, above your quiet room, satellites glide across the sky. A few are the size of refrigerators, others no larger than a shoebox. They orbit Earth hundreds of miles above, reflecting sunlight back to us as fleeting silver dots. Each one part of a growing constellation of human creation, modern stars, made not of fire, but of circuitry and intention. Even here, amid the deep peace of the natural night, the echo of human curiosity hums softly in orbit, reminding us that we too are explorers of the cosmic sea. And then, of course, there is the moon, the patient keeper of night. Its surface, though silent and still, tells the story of our shared history. Each crater marks a collision from eons past, frozen in time when the moon rises. Its pale glow is sunlight reflected across space, softened, dimmed, and transformed into something we recognize as comfort. It tugs gently at our oceans, lifting tides, guiding rhythms of water and life. Even our bodies, mostly made of that same water, seem to respond subtly to its pull. Perhaps that's why moonlight feels emotional, like a quiet conversation between the sky and the soul. And as we float through these vast ideas, remember, you are not outside of this story. You are made of the same elements as the stars you see. Every atom of calcium in your bones, every bit of iron in your blood, was once forged in the core of a dying star. When that star exploded, it scattered its essence across the galaxy, and over billions of years, that stardust gathered again into planets, oceans, and eventually you. So when you look up at the sky, you're not just looking out into space. You're looking at your origin, your reflection, the quiet truth that you and the cosmos are one and the same. There's something deeply comforting about that. The thought that you belong to the same rhythm as galaxies, that no matter how small or overwhelmed you may feel, you're part of something timeless and grand. It's as if the stars themselves are whispering, reminding you that everything moves, everything changes, and nothing is ever truly lost. Even light, traveling endlessly, finds its way. So, as your breathing slows, imagine lying beneath that infinite canopy, the stars above like a million tiny lanterns, the night wrapping around you like a soft blanket woven from silence. You are floating in that stillness now, balanced between knowing and dreaming, and somewhere in the slow rotation of Earth, another day quietly gives way to another night. The universe continues its patient dance, and you, for this moment, are exactly where you're meant to be. As this thought lingers, let's drift forward gently, because the night still has more stories to tell, from the quiet birth of stars to the hidden colors of cosmic dust. Each part of the sky holds another secret waiting to be uncovered. So stay comfortable, let your mind stay soft and open, and we'll continue our journey deeper into the calm and luminous heart of the night sky. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered why the stars seem to shine in so many different shades? Some appear icy white, others warm and golden, and a few, if you look closely enough, even glow faintly blue or red. It's easy to think the color is just our eyes playing tricks in the dark, but in truth, every hue tells a story. Every shade of light that reaches you carries a secret about the star's life, its temperature, and even how close it might be to saying goodbye. Imagine you're lying on your back in a quiet field. The grass beneath you is cool, the world around you hushed above. The sky is clear, a vast ocean of velvet, scattered with shimmering points of light. Some pulse gently, others burn steadily like tiny candles suspended in time. You take a slow breath, the air crisp with the scent of earth and night. As your eyes adjust, you begin to notice the colors faint but real. A bright star near the horizon glows orange, while another high above your head seems almost sapphire blue. It's as if the universe is painting in whispers, a cosmic palette stretched across infinity. Now here's where the science comes alive. A star's color isn't random, it's a code, a secret language written in light. The bluer a star appears, the hotter it is. Blue stars burn with incredible intensity, their surfaces reaching temperatures of over 30,000 degrees. They live fast and die young, roaring through their hydrogen fuel like cosmic firestorms. Red stars, on the other hand, are cooler, around 3,000 degrees, glowing softly like embers in a vast fireplace of space. They live long, slow lives, burning steadily for billions upon billions of years. In between are stars, like our sun, yellow-white.com, balanced, and enduring the quiet middle ground between the universe's extremes. If you could split starlight through a prism, as Isaac Newton once did, you'd see the spectrum bands of color, blending from violet to red. But within that rainbow lie tiny, dark lines, missing colors. These are called absorption lines, and they reveal what the star is made of. Each element, hydrogen, helium, oxygen, iron, absorbs light at a specific wavelength. So when astronomers look at a star's spectrum, they're reading its fingerprints. They can tell what gases swirl inside it, how hot it burns, even how fast it's moving away from us. All from that single stream of ancient light, crossing the void to meet your eyes tonight. Did you know that stars can even change color as they age? A star begins its life glowing bluish-white, full of energy and youth. But as it consumes its fuel, it cools and swells, turning orange, then red. Some stars reach such immense size that they become red giants, enormous, glowing spheres that would swallow our entire solar system if placed where the sun is now. Eventually, many collapse inward, shedding their outer layers in glowing shells of gas, forming what astronomers call planetary nebulae, breathtaking clouds that drift and shimmer like ghostly petals in the night. At the heart of these nebulae remains a tiny, hot core, a white dwarf, glowing like a diamond that will take billions of years to fade. It's humbling to realize that the color of a single star can tell us its entire biography. Blue means youth, red means age, white means memory. Each beam of light, each flicker you see overhead, is a message from another time. When you gaze upward, you're not just looking at stars as they are now. You're seeing them as they once were, perhaps hundreds, thousands, or even millions of years ago. Light takes time to travel, so every twinkle is a story told across ages. The night sky isn't a moment frozen, it's a living record, constantly unfolding somewhere in the distance. The most massive stars live brief, glorious lives. Their light so fierce that it strips nearby gas into glowing clouds, forming entire regions of newborn stars. When their energy finally runs out, they collapse in seconds, exploding into supernova so bright they can outshine entire galaxies in that violent moment. New elements are forged: gold, silver, carbon, iron, the building blocks of life. The dust from those explosions drifts through the cosmos, eventually forming new stars, new planets, and maybe, someday, new beings who will look up and wonder just as you do now. So even in the chaos of destruction, there's creation, a cycle of light endlessly reborn. Now let's drift a little closer to home. Our own sun, though it seems steady and golden, is a dynamic, living star. It flares, pulses, and breathes, releasing streams of charged particles that dance with Earth's magnetic field. Sometimes those solar winds create something extraordinary: the auroras. When those particles collide with our atmosphere, they paint the sky with ribbons of green, violet, and pink. The same physics that colors stars also lights up our polar skies. It's as if the universe wanted to remind us that we, too, live beneath a living canvas of energy and wonder. There's a comforting symmetry in knowing that color connects everything: the glow of a candle, the warmth of sunlight, the shimmer of starlight. All are born from the same laws of light. When you see a star burning blue or gold or crimson, you're witnessing atomic poetry, light freed from the heart of matter, traveling for centuries, only to rest gently on your eyes before fading into memory. Think for a moment about how small your pupils are, and yet they catch light that's traveled across millions of miles. Your eyes become time machines. Each photon that enters them has been on a journey longer than any story ever told. It's astonishing that the entire history of stars and galaxies passes through you in every quiet glance toward the sky. You are part of the grandest exchange in the universe, a dialogue between creation and awareness. There's mystery, too, in what we cannot see. Most of the light in the universe doesn't reach us. Hidden in wavelengths our eyes can't detect: infrared, ultraviolet X-rays, radio waves. Telescopes extend our vision, revealing stars wrapped in clouds, galaxies born in darkness, and nebulae glowing beyond human sight. It reminds us that the visible world is only a fraction of reality, and perhaps so too is what we understand about ourselves. Just as starlight hides secrets in wavelengths unseen, our own minds hold colors of thought we've yet to discover. The night sky is both map and mirror. It reflects not only the cosmos, but the longing in us to know, to feel connected to something greater. Each time you look up, your heart is quietly tracing those same ancient lights that guided sailors, dreamers, and thinkers across time. The colors of the stars are the colors of our story, from the heat of creation to the cool glow of reflection. And as we drift deeper into this calm, the realization settles gently that beauty and science are not opposites, but companions. Together they turn the universe into a lullaby of knowledge and wonder. So, as you breathe now, slower and deeper, imagine the colors blending softly above you, a wash of indigo gold and rose fading into the deep navy of infinity. Each color a whisper of history, a thread connecting you to everything that has ever burned or dreamed. Let the thought fill you with quiet awe that you are surrounded, always, by the memory of light. The sky above you is not just a view, It's a conversation between time and being, and tonight you are listening. Now, as the stars shimmer gently on the horizon of your thoughts, we'll drift onward to our next chapter, where the mysteries deepen beyond the colors, beyond the light itself. We'll wander into the secret architecture of the universe, where gravity, darkness, and invisible energy shape everything we see and everything we cannot. So, keep your breathing slow, your heart steady, and let your curiosity float. We're heading next into the invisible, the hidden forces that hold the night together. Have you ever wondered what holds the stars in place? What invisible threads keep galaxies from scattering like dust in the wind? We see light, we see motion, we see the brilliance of creation. But behind all that beauty lies a hidden framework, a vast, unseen architecture that binds everything together. It's the silent skeleton of the cosmos, the ghostly structure of reality itself. And though we cannot see it, every breath you take, every star you gaze upon, owes its place in space to this invisible force. Imagine floating in the quiet dark between galaxies. All around you, there are clusters of stars, swirls of gold, sapphire, and silver. But between them is something deeper, darker. You drift through it, but you cannot touch it. You sense its pull, its presence, as if gravity itself had shape and voice. This is where the mystery begins. The place where physics meets the unknown, the realm of dark matter. Astronomers first noticed something strange nearly a century ago. When they observed galaxies spinning through space, they realized the stars at their edges moved far too fast. By all logic, those outer stars should have flown off into the void. Yet they remained bound, steady, loyal to their spiral homes. It was as though an unseen mass, invisible to telescopes, was anchoring them. That hidden mass was what scientists would come to call dark matter. Not dark because it's evil, but because it does not emit or reflect any light. It is transparent, silent, unknowable, and yet it may make up 85% of the universe. Picture it like this. If the universe were a grand cosmic tapestry, the stars and galaxies would be the glittering threads, but the dark matter would be the loom, the invisible framework holding everything in its delicate pattern. Without it, there would be no galaxies, no clusters, no stars, no us. And though we cannot see it, we feel its gravity. Every time a galaxy forms, every time a star ignites, it is dark matter's pull that gathers the dust, shapes the spiral, and keeps the balance. But dark matter is not the only unseen force at work. There's another mystery, even greater, even more elusive, one that doesn't pull but pushes, one that stretches the very fabric of space itself. This force is called dark energy, and it is, quietly, steadily, driving the universe apart. In the late 1990s, scientists expected to find that the universe's expansion was slowing down. After all, gravity should pull everything back together, like an elastic band snapping to its center. But instead, they found the opposite. The expansion was speeding up. Galaxies were rushing away from each other, faster and faster. Some hidden pressure was pushing them apart. That something is what we now call dark energy. It fills all of space, unseen and untouchable. It makes up almost 70% of everything that exists. Yet we have no idea what it truly is. It's as if the universe has a pulse, an outward breath that never stops, The galaxies like seeds carried on a wind we cannot feel, each drifting farther into the dark, and someday, far into the future, they may drift so far apart that even light can no longer reach from one to another, a silent, expanding ocean of isolation. And yet, within that silence, there is beauty, because expansion is also creation, new stars, new worlds, new beginnings, born in the space dark energy leaves behind. Did you know that if you could somehow see the universe in its entirety, you wouldn't see a random scatter of galaxies, you'd see a vast cosmic web, threads of galaxies stretching across unimaginable distances, clusters linked by filaments of dark matter, glowing faintly like veins of light. Between them, immense voids, cosmic deserts, almost empty. It's a structure so vast that it defies comprehension. Our Milky Way, the home of all our suns and stories, is just a tiny spark on one of those glowing strands, and yet, together, these strands form the shape of everything, the grand skeleton of the cosmos, a web of light and shadow so large it would take billions of lifetimes to cross. Even gravity itself, that most familiar of forces, is a whisper of this unseen architecture. Every time you drop a stone, every time a planet circles its sun, you're watching the universe curve around itself. Einstein once described gravity not as a force, but as the bending of space and time. Mass tells space how to curve, and space tells mass how to move. It's not just poetry, it's truth. The Earth doesn't orbit the sun because it's pulled like a magnet. It follows the curved path carved by the sun's mass in the fabric of space-time. We are all sailing through invisible waves, surfing the gentle distortions of a four-dimensional ocean. Now imagine this on a cosmic scale. Every galaxy, every cluster, every black hole bending space-time in ripples that travel endlessly outward. These ripples are gravitational waves. They move through the universe like sound through water. When two massive black holes collide, they send out a shiver that stretches and squeezes all of space, so faint we can barely detect it. And yet, when the first gravitational wave was recorded in 2015, it was proof that we could finally hear the universe move. It was like listening to a heartbeat that had been echoing since the dawn of time. And still, for all our discoveries, so much remains hidden. We understand perhaps 5% of the universe. The rest is dark matter and dark energy, the unseen 95% that shapes everything we know. In that realization is something profoundly humbling. It reminds us that mystery is not a flaw in knowledge, it's its foundation. The unknown is not our enemy, but our invitation. Every unanswered question is a doorway into wonder, and perhaps that's what makes the night sky so endlessly comforting, because every darkness above us holds not emptiness, but possibility. As you breathe softly now, imagine yourself floating through that cosmic web, gliding past galaxies like glowing lanterns on a black sea. You feel the gentle tug of dark matter beneath you, the subtle expansion of dark energy all around, the rhythm of the universe playing in frequencies too low for ears but perfect for dreams. And as you drift, you realize that even here, in the most mysterious reaches of existence, there is balance, an eternal dance between gravity and expansion, between light and shadow, between knowing and not knowing. So if life sometimes feels uncertain, incomplete, or beyond control, Remember that even the universe itself lives in uncertainty. It doesn't need to know where it's going. It only needs to move, to expand, to explore, to exist. You, too, are part of that same pattern, a pulse within a pulse, a breath within a greater breath, and that is enough. Now, as the stars continue to shimmer quietly overhead, let's drift forward again, deeper still, because our next journey will take us into the heart of creation itself, where stars are born, where light first sparks from dust and gas, and where chaos slowly becomes beauty. So, rest your thoughts, keep your mind open and soft, and let us follow the path of starlight back to its beginning, into the cosmic cradle where all stars and all stories begin. Have you ever wondered where the light of a star begins? Before it reaches your eyes, before it travels across light years of darkness, where does that tiny pinprick of brilliance originate? How does a star awaken from the silent dust of space? It is a process both violent and tender, chaotic and ordered, a cosmic story that has been repeating for billions of years, and tonight we are going to trace it, slowly, gently, with our minds and imagination. Picture yourself lying in a quiet meadow, the night sky stretched above you like an endless canopy. The stars you see are distant, yet alive with history beneath that same sky. Massive clouds of gas and dust, called nebulae, drift silently through the galaxy. Some are thin and wispy, barely visible. Others are dense, glowing faintly from the ultraviolet light. These clouds are the nurseries of creation, vast, dark, and cool, yet pregnant with the potential for brilliance. Within these clouds, gravity begins its subtle work. Tiny concentrations of gas and dust begin to pull together. A particle here, a clump there, each one adding its weight to the next. At first, it is imperceptible, almost poetic in its slowness. But gradually, the mass grows, pulling in more material. The cloud collapses inward, forming dense pockets called protostars. Inside these tiny spheres, the temperature rises as atoms collide. The once gold dust is compressed into a core, and the journey from chaos to light begins. Did you know that most stars are born in clusters? Hundreds, sometimes thousands, of stars forming together in the same nebula. It is a cosmic community. Some will burn fiercely and live fast, others quietly and for billions of years. The interactions between them are delicate gravitational tugs, energetic winds, and radiation shaping the neighborhood. Even as they form, stars influence each other, guiding the growth, sculpting the final shapes of their siblings. It is creation as collaboration, as if the universe itself insists on balance. As the protostar contracts, its core becomes hotter and hotter. Hydrogen atoms begin to collide violently, fusing into helium. This nuclear fusion releases energy in the form of light and heat. And at that moment, the protostar becomes a true star. It ignites, not with fire in the sense we know, but with a fusion of unimaginable pressure and energy. The star is alive. Its light begins a journey that may last millions or billions of years. It shines outward, slowly, deliberately, across the vast, quiet expanse of space. Now imagine observing this process from above. A glowing cloud, dark in some places, illuminated in others, filaments twisting and folding. sparks of light emerging. It is a scene of both stillness and activity. The nebula seems frozen in time, yet within it, countless stars are awakening, each one a tiny miracle, each one the result of patience and cosmic law. Some of these newborn stars will have planets forming around them, perhaps worlds like our own, and somewhere in the long stretch of time, life may emerge, tracing the light of these stars, following the rhythm of their glow. Stars are not born quietly, though they appear serene from afar. Strong stellar winds push outwards, carving cavities in their natal clouds. Radiation pressure illuminates surrounding gas. Shocking waves ripple through the nebula, triggering the birth of new stars. It is an intricate dance, creation and destruction intertwined, and the most massive stars will eventually explode as supernova, scattering enriched material across space, seeding future generations of stars, planets, and perhaps even life. It is a reminder that light is born from both struggle and cooperation, that beauty arises not in isolation, but in the interplay of forces we can barely imagine. Poetic reflection settles over this science. Consider that the atoms in your body, the oxygen you breathe, the carbon in your bones, were forged in ancient stars long ago. You are a child of these nurseries, made from the remnants of light. Every heartbeat, every breath, echoes the rhythm of cosmic creation. As you lie under the night sky, your mind soft and slow, you are connected to the story of every star that ever ignited, from the tiniest red dwarf to the most massive blue giant. Their life cycles are mirrored in our own, in beginnings, growth, and transformation. And yet, unlike the stars, we get to observe, to reflect, to marvel, to witness the universe and feel its poetry in our own hearts. The birth of a star is suspenseful, too. It takes millions of years for gravity and pressure to balance, for fusion to ignite, for light to escape the dense cocoon of gas. And in the meantime, the clouds can collapse further, fragment, or even dissipate entirely. Not every protostar succeeds. Some fade back into darkness. And this uncertainty is part of the beauty. The universe is patient, deliberate, and yet unpredictable. It reminds us that even in the grandest scale, there is mystery, and it is comforting, because mystery allows wonder to grow, and wonder softens the mind. So, as you breathe slowly now, feel yourself drifting through that glowing nebula. Observe the filaments of gas and dust, the young stars beginning their lives. Feel the slow pull of gravity, the subtle warmth of light forming. Let the cosmic patience of this process ease your thoughts. Know that creation is quiet, deliberate, and eternal, and that your own mind can adopt the same rhythm, slow, calm, unfolding in time. Now, as the stars of the nebula shimmer softly in your imagination, we will gently drift forward into the next part of our journey, where we explore the life of stars, how they age, evolve, and ultimately transform into something entirely new, a continuation of the cosmic cycle, where endings become beginnings, and light continues to travel across time and space. So let your body sink further into comfort, your mind float freely, and let the universe cradle you as we move onward. Have you ever wondered what happens to a star after it has lived for millions or even billions of years? How a bright, shining youth slowly grows older, transforms, and ultimately disappears. Stars, like all things, have a life cycle, yet their scale, their energy, and their impact stretch far beyond anything we experience on Earth. Some fade gently, while others go out in a blaze of cosmic drama. Tonight, we will follow their journey, tracing their transformation from the glowing light of youth to the mysterious remnants they leave behind. Picture yourself floating above a galaxy. Below you, spirals of stars swirl gracefully in the dark. Among them are stars in every stage of life, newborn blue giants burning fiercely, calm yellow suns like our own, ancient red giants nearing the end of their days. Some shine steadily, seemingly eternal, yet their light is a countdown. Every second, every photon is part of a vast, unfolding timeline. You notice a red giant swelling in your imagination, its outer layers bloating outward, a massive glowing sphere ready to shed its skin back into the galaxy. The thought of this slow, inevitable change is mesmerizing rather than frightening, for it is natural, universal, and filled with its own strange beauty. Stars begin their life as hot, energetic spheres, fusing hydrogen into helium. During this main sequence phase, they shine steadily, providing energy, warmth, and light to their surroundings. Our Sun has been in this phase for over 4 billion years, but even main sequence stars are dynamic. They flare, pulsate, and release streams of charged particles into space. Some stars are massive enough that their lives are brief but spectacular, burning through their fuel in mere millions of years. Others are smaller, like red dwarfs, quietly glowing for trillions of years. The variety is breathtaking, and the physics behind it is both delicate and powerful. As a star ages and its fuel runs low, the delicate balance between gravity and outward pressure begins to shift for a star like our Sun. This means swelling into a red giant. Its outer layers expand, sometimes engulfing nearby planets. Its core contracts, heating up as helium begins to fuse into heavier elements like carbon and oxygen. The surface glows cooler and redder, while the interior burns hotter and denser. This stage is dramatic yet serene, a slow transformation that reminds us that endings can be beautiful and change can be graceful. But for the most massive stars, the end is far more explosive when they exhaust their nuclear fuel. Their cores collapse under their own immense gravity. In a fraction of a second, the core implodes, sending shock waves outward. The outer layers rebound violently in a supernova, an explosion so bright it can outshine an entire galaxy. For a brief moment, the star becomes almost godlike, scattering elements like gold, uranium, and iron across space, seeding future generations of stars, planets, and life. It is destruction and creation intertwined, a cosmic reminder that endings are never final, only transformative. Imagine watching such an event from a safe distance. The light ripples across the universe, reaching planets far away. The energy shakes the fabric of space itself, and from this chaos, something new begins. Nebulae form from the debris, filaments of gas and dust swirling in intricate patterns. New stars will ignite within them, continuing the cycle. It is both humbling and comforting to realize that even the most violent acts in the universe serve a purpose, that beauty can emerge from chaos, and that every star, no matter how short-lived, contributes to the ongoing story of creation. Some stars collapse so completely that nothing can escape their gravity, forming black holes, invisible and mysterious. They warp space and time around them. Even light cannot escape. Yet their presence is felt through the orbits of nearby stars and the radiation emitted from falling matter. They are the ultimate enigma of stellar life, silent, hidden, yet powerful. They remind us that the universe is full of secrets, and that sometimes the most profound forces are those we cannot see. Even less massive stars, like our Sun, leave behind something equally fascinating. When a red giant sheds its outer layers, the remaining core becomes a white dwarf, dense, hot, and slowly cooling. It glows faintly for billions of years, a tiny ember of a star that once blazed with youthful brilliance. In the far future, it will fade into a black dwarf, a silent remnant of light. Yet even in its quietness, it holds a story, a record of all the nuclear fusion that once powered it. It is a memory written in matter, a quiet monument in the cosmos. As you lie back and breathe softly, imagine drifting among these stars, witnessing their lives unfold in slow motion, feeling the pulse of the universe as stars ignite, grow, flare, and fade. The cosmos is a rhythm, a melody of energy, creation, and transformation, and we are participants in that rhythm, connected to it in ways subtle and profound. The atoms in your body were formed in stars long ago. Every heartbeat echoes the cycle of fusion, expansion, and renewal. You are part of the story you are observing, a quiet reflection of the cosmic dance above. There is suspense, too, in the life of stars, for even in their apparent steadiness, they are temporary, fragile, and ever-changing. A star may shine for billions of years, but eventually it will face transformation. This truth is mirrored in our own lives. Yet, as with the stars, the ending is never final, only a passage to something new. Every supernova, every white dwarf, every black hole is part of a continuum, a reminder that the universe does not waste energy, that everything contributes to the ongoing creation of light and matter, and in that there is comfort, patience, and quiet awe. So, as your breathing slows and your mind softens, picture the galaxy around you, stars of every age, color, and size, some still in the womb of a nebula, some blazing in youth, some fading quietly into white dwarfs, some gone entirely in supernova, all part of the cosmic cycle, all connected, all significant, and you, lying beneath the night sky, are part of it too, a witness, a participant, a child of stardust and light. Now, as the stars shimmer softly in your imagination, we will drift gently onward, towards the next chapter of our journey, where we explore the secret life of galaxies, how they grow, collide, and shape the universe we see, and how the dance of countless stars forms patterns both beautiful and mysterious. So rest your body further into comfort. Keep your mind soft and open, and let the universe cradle you as we move onward. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered about the galaxies beyond our own, those distant islands of stars, dust, and light, each with its own story, rhythm, and history? How did they come to be? And what secrets do they hide in the vast darkness that separates them? It is astonishing to realize that what we see when we gaze upward is only a fraction of the cosmos, and that each galaxy is a bustling city of stars, swirling, colliding, and evolving in ways both gentle and violent. Tonight, we will drift into that cosmic cityscape, exploring its beauty, mystery, and timelessness. Picture yourself floating above the spiral of a galaxy, its core glowing like a pearl suspended in the black sea of space. Arms of stars and gas stretching outward like delicate brushstrokes. Each swirl of light containing millions, even billions, of individual stars. Some in the bloom of youth, some fading into red giants. Others quietly orbiting their centers as white dwarfs. Between the arms lie dark lanes of dust, absorbing light, sculpting the galaxy's shape. It is breathtaking and calm, yet underneath that calm lies tremendous energy, movement, and even suspense. Galaxies come in many shapes and sizes. Some are spirals, like our Milky Way, graceful and elegant. Others are elliptical, smooth and densely packed with ancient stars. Still others are irregular, chaotic in appearance, shaped by collisions and gravitational tugs. Each galaxy has its own character, its own life cycle. Some slowly age over billions of years, quietly fading as star formation slows. Others grow restless, merging with neighbors, igniting waves of new stars in the cosmic equivalent of fireworks. And yet, all of them follow the same unseen rules of gravity, dark matter, and cosmic flow. Did you know that galaxies themselves are not isolated? They form groups and clusters, bound by dark matter, like invisible threads holding a cosmic web together. The Milky Way is part of a small family of galaxies known as the Local Group, including the massive Andromeda Galaxy, slowly approaching us in about 4 billion years. Our galaxies will collide in a dance so slow we will not notice it directly. Stars within each galaxy will rarely collide due to the vast distances between them, but gas clouds will interact, triggering new bursts of star formation, and the result will be a grand new galaxy, blending two histories into one. A cosmic reminder that even the largest structures in the universe are dynamic, ever-changing. Imagine drifting closer to a galaxy collision, two spirals approaching each other like dancers circling on a cosmic stage. Tidal forces stretching stars into elongated arcs, gas clouds compressing and igniting brilliant new stars. Some stars flung into the void, traveling forever through intergalactic space. It is chaotic, violent, and yet profoundly beautiful. Creation and destruction intertwined in a slow-motion ballet across millions of years. The galaxy itself seems to breathe, pulse, and shimmer as if alive. And in this grand cosmic drama, we find a sense of connection, a reminder that change is eternal, necessary, and creative. The centers of many galaxies harbor something even more mysterious: supermassive black holes, millions, sometimes billions of times the mass of our Sun, invisible yet profoundly influential. Their gravity shapes the orbits of stars, regulates star formation, and even controls the flow of gas and dust. Some black holes actively devour matter, producing luminous jets that stretch across thousands of light-years. They are both destructive and illuminating, silent anchors and energetic lighthouses. Their presence is a constant whisper of the universe's hidden power. Galaxies also evolve in subtler ways. Star formation slows as gas is consumed or expelled. Spiral arms fade, leaving behind elliptical forms filled with older stars. Some galaxies become quenched, no longer forming new stars, yet even in this quiet, they hold memory, the light from billions of stars traveling across space, remnants of fusion, life cycles, and the history of elements forged in stellar cores. Every galaxy is a living record of cosmic time, a library of light, waiting to be read by anyone who cares to look now. Consider that galaxies are not only far away, they are far back in time. Light from the nearest galaxies takes millions of years to reach us, and light from the most distant galaxies travels billions of years. We are observing them as they were in the past, not as they are now. It is a window into cosmic history, a slow-motion journey through creation, growth, and transformation. Every glance into the night sky is a voyage through time, each photon a messenger from epochs we cannot touch, even within the quiet elegance of galaxies. There is suspense. Massive stars live short, intense lives, black holes grow unseen, and intergalactic collisions loom in the distant future. The universe is calm on the surface, yet dynamic underneath. We, as observers, are fortunate to witness it. Our perspective is brief, fleeting, yet it connects us to the eternal rhythms of the cosmos. And in that connection, there is profound peace, a sense that we are part of something larger, slower and infinitely patient. As you lie back and feel your body relax, imagine floating above a spiral galaxy, watching its stars rotate gently, dust lanes twist and bend, light traveling across unimaginable distances to reach your eyes. You are moving with it, part of its rhythm, part of its stillness and motion. Every breath aligns with the slow dance of countless suns. Every heartbeat resonates with the pulse of cosmic evolution. You are both observer and participant in this magnificent pattern. So, as your mind softens and your breathing deepens, let yourself drift further into the galaxy's embrace. Notice the luminous arcs, the gentle swirl of stars, the dark lanes of dust. Feel the energy, the gravity, the life within this distant city, and know that the universe itself is patient, ever expanding, a silent storyteller, whispering secrets to those willing to observe. Tonight, you are one of those observers, floating gently among cosmic cities, drifting deeper into calm, and connection. Now, as the spirals shimmer softly in your imagination, we will continue to drift onward towards the next chapter, where we explore the hidden dance of star clusters and nebulae, the secret choreography of light, matter, and energy, and how the smallest pockets of space can become the birthplace of countless stars. So sink further into comfort, keep your mind soft and open, and let the universe cradle you as we move deeper into the night sky. Have you ever gazed at the night sky and noticed a cluster of stars, grouped closely together like glittering jewels scattered across velvet, and wondered how such perfect harmony could emerge from the chaos of space? These star clusters are not random. They are the result of subtle cosmic choreography, a delicate dance of gravity, time, and energy that can last millions or even billions of years. And tonight, we will drift gently into their hidden worlds, exploring the poetry of formation, motion, and mystery. Picture yourself floating above a dense star cluster, a glowing sphere of light suspended in the dark. Hundreds, sometimes thousands, of stars packed tightly together. Some burn blue and hot, radiating energy fiercely. Others glow golden or red, older and wiser. The cluster pulses slowly as gravity weaves its threads, holding the stars together in invisible bonds. It is both orderly and alive, calm yet electric, and the more you observe, the more you feel the subtle rhythm, the heartbeat of a cosmic family. Star clusters come in different forms. Open clusters are loosely bound. Young and vibrant, stars spill outward, slowly dispersing over millions of years. They are bright, playful, and fleeting, like a handful of fireflies in the dark globular clusters. On the other hand, are ancient, dense, and spherical, hundreds of thousands of stars, packed tightly, orbiting a shared center. Some are as old as the galaxy itself, silent witnesses to the history of the cosmos. They remind us that longevity does not diminish beauty, and that even in vast numbers, unity can emerge. Have you ever considered how stars in clusters interact? How their gravitational tug-of-war shapes their orbits, triggers novas, or even flings stars into interstellar space? These interactions are slow-motion dramas, taking millions of years to play out, yet, from our vantage point, they are frozen in time, a cosmic still life, alive with unseen motion. Some clusters contain binary stars, two stars orbiting each other so closely they share energy. Sometimes one star feeds off the other, pulling gas in a delicate, destructive, and yet mesmerizing exchange. It is a slow, elegant story of dependence, balance, and quiet tension within these clusters. Star formation continues quietly. Dense pockets of gas and dust collapse under gravity, igniting new generations of stars. The process is gentle yet profound. A single cloud may birth dozens of new stars, and sometimes these newborns shine so brightly that they illuminate surrounding gas, creating glowing nebulae that swirl with color, movement, and life. Picture these nebulae, soft and ethereal, drifting like delicate smoke in the infinite dark, ribbons of green, pink, and violet glowing faintly, some shaped like pillars, others like loops or filaments, each pattern revealing the invisible hand of physics guiding the formation of stars. Did you know that nebulae are not just birthplaces, but also remnants of past deaths? Some are shaped from supernova, the explosions of massive stars. They scatter enriched gas across space, seeding new stars and planets. Others glow because of the energy of young, hot stars embedded within them. The interplay of light and shadow, birth and death, creates a scene both peaceful and suspenseful. It is as if the universe whispers in colors and shapes, inviting us to witness its eternal dance. Imagine floating through a nebula. The dust around you glimmers softly in the starlight. Tiny sparks of energy flicker as radiation nudges the gas into motion. You feel the pull of gravity, the heat of newborn stars, and the gentle expansion of clouds. Everything is in flux, yet there is calm. The chaos is structured, the motion deliberate. You realize that what seems random from afar is actually a carefully orchestrated dance. The universe is composing symphonies with light, matter, and gravity, and you are a quiet listener. Even in these serene star clusters, there is suspense. Some stars will collide. Some will flare dramatically. Binary systems may end in spectacular novae, and over millions of years, the cluster itself may disperse, stars flung into the galaxy, drifting alone through interstellar space. Yet within this impermanence is comfort, for creation continues elsewhere endlessly. Every ending is part of a new beginning. Every scattered star carries within it the memory of its cluster, its nebula, its birthplace. As your body relaxes and your mind softens, imagine drifting through multiple clusters, some close, shining brightly, others distant, faint pinpricks of ancient light. You move through them slowly, gently, as though swimming in a cosmic ocean, feeling the pull of gravity, sensing the rhythm of countless orbits, the light brushing softly against your imagination. A lullaby woven from fusion, dust, and motion. Each star's story blending seamlessly with the others, creating a slow, hypnotic rhythm for your mind and soul. Now consider that these clusters are miniature cities within the vast expanse of galaxies, each with its own history, hierarchy, and hidden drama, yet all part of the same cosmic tapestry. A reminder that life, at any scale, contains patterns, connections, and subtle motion, and that even the smallest pockets of the universe hold beauty, complexity, and meaning. So, as you breathe gently and feel the night envelop you, allow your mind to drift deeper into these clusters, floating through nebulae, watching stars ignite, dance, and slowly age, feeling the slow, deliberate rhythm of creation and connection, knowing that the universe is patient, elegant, and timeless, and that you, too, are part of its quiet, eternal story. Now, as the clusters shimmer softly in your imagination, we will drift onward to our next chapter, where we explore the mysteries of interstellar space, the dark, quiet voids between stars and galaxies, and how invisible forces shape everything we see. So relax further, let your thoughts float, and let the universe cradle you as we journey deeper into the cosmic night. Have you ever wondered what lies in the vast spaces between stars and galaxies? Those immense, silent voids that seem empty at first glance. Yet they are anything but empty, filled with invisible currents, faint traces of matter, and the quiet pulse of energy that shapes the cosmos. Tonight, we will drift into interstellar space, exploring the unseen forces and hidden phenomena that make it a living, breathing part of the universe. Picture yourself floating in the darkness. No nearby stars, no glowing nebulae, only soft, infinite black. Yet even in this emptiness, there is motion, rhythm, and structure. Tiny clouds of gas drift lazily through the void, sparse atoms of hydrogen and helium barely detectable. Yet collectively, they form the interstellar medium, the subtle substance from which stars are born and into which they eventually return. It is both gentle and mysterious, a quiet foundation for cosmic creation. Gravity is ever present, even here. Invisible threads tug at clouds, bending light and guiding the motion of stars. The fabric of space itself curves subtly under the weight of dark matter. You cannot see it, yet you feel its presence as you drift. It is a reminder that the universe is never truly empty, that even the darkest corners hold structure, purpose, and motion. Did you know that the interstellar medium is not uniform? Some regions are dense, forming molecular clouds that may eventually collapse into new stars. Others are hot, thin, and ionized, shaped by the radiation of nearby young stars. Shockwaves from supernova ripple through these clouds, compressing gas, sparking star formation, even cosmic rays, high-energy particles traveling near the speed of light, traverse this space, invisible and silent, yet capable of shaping chemistry and triggering reactions across light-year. Interstellar space is alive with subtle energy, a realm of patience and hidden activity. Imagine drifting closer to a molecular cloud, its surface glowing faintly from the ultraviolet light of distant stars. Within it, gravity slowly pulls pockets of gas together. Some clumps are dense enough to collapse, forming protostars. Others remain suspended, waiting for a gentle nudge to ignite their journey into starlight. Filaments of dust weave through the cloud, creating delicate patterns. These invisible structures shape the birth of stars, guiding them into clusters. It is as if the universe itself is a quiet artist, sculpting light and matter with patience beyond imagination. Even the vast emptiness contains turbulence and drama. Shockwaves from dying stars, collisions of clouds, and magnetic fields twisting space like invisible threads. Some regions are compressed, triggering rapid star formation. Others are stretched, dispersing matter into the void. All of it occurs silently over millions of years. Yet from our vantage point, we witness the poetry of these slow motions, the suspense of creation hidden in the unseen, the quiet tension of forces in balance. Interstellar space also carries energy in subtle forms. Electromagnetic waves travel across the void, connecting stars and clouds. Cosmic microwave background radiation whispers the history of the universe. Traces of the Big Bang still echo in the darkness, invisible yet present. The universe is like a symphony we cannot fully hear, yet each note affects the unfolding of every star, every planet, every galaxy. Even our own sun and solar system move through this medium, feeling its currents and pressures, a reminder that emptiness is never truly empty, that even the quietest spaces have depth, energy, and influence. Now imagine drifting deeper, farther from familiar stars. The darkness grows soft, calm, and infinite, yet you sense the subtle motion, the hidden forces shaping every particle of gas and dust. You feel connected to everything, even what you cannot see. This is the magic of interstellar space. Invisible, patient, powerful. It reminds us that creation occurs in silence, that the universe does not rush, and yet nothing is wasted. Every atom, every wave, every subtle current contributes to the unfolding story. Even in this vast emptiness, there is suspense and mystery. Some clouds may ignite into brilliant star-forming regions. Others may drift forever, dark and cold. Magnetic fields twist unpredictably, sending charged particles on unseen journeys. And somewhere, perhaps, the seeds of new worlds lie hidden, waiting for time to awaken them. The quiet of interstellar space is deceptive. It is calm, yet full of potential, dark, yet filled with structure and hidden motion. And as you drift with it, your mind slows, your body relaxes. You become one with the rhythm of the universe, a silent witness to its eternal patience. As you breathe softly, imagine floating past cosmic voids, between galaxies, between clusters, where dark energy stretches space itself. Feel the gentle tug of gravity from distant masses. Sense the faint glow of photons traveling billions of years to reach you. Let the rhythm of unseen forces lull your thoughts. Know that even in darkness there is connection, order, and beauty, and that your mind can reflect this calm, quiet, and infinite patience. So now, as the invisible currents drift around you, we will gently move onward towards the next chapter of our journey, where we explore the mysterious power of black holes and neutron stars, the cosmic extremes where gravity bends light, time stretches, and matter behaves in ways almost unimaginable. So rest further into comfort. Let your thoughts float freely, and let the universe cradle you as we drift deeper into the night sky. Have you ever wondered what lies at the most extreme edges of the universe? Where matter is crushed to unimaginable densities, gravity bends light itself, and time slows almost to a standstill. Tonight, we will drift into the realm of black holes, neutron stars, and cosmic extremes, where the familiar rules of physics stretch to their limits, and mystery becomes tangible. Picture yourself approaching a neutron star, a remnant of a massive star that exploded in a supernova, its core compressed into a sphere barely 20 kilometers across, yet containing more mass than our sun. Imagine the density. A single teaspoon of this matter would weigh billions of tons. The surface is a landscape of magnetic fields so intense they twist space around them. And as the star spins, some hundreds of times per second, it emits beams of radiation like cosmic lighthouses. These are pulsars, the rhythmic heartbeat of the universe, guiding us through the darkness. It is at once beautiful, hypnotic, and slightly unnerving. Neutron stars are extreme, yet they are just the beginning. Beyond them lie black holes, the most mysterious and captivating objects in the cosmos. Born from the collapse of the most massive stars, they form regions where gravity becomes so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. Imagine approaching one. The darkness grows dense, a void so complete it seems to absorb even your imagination. Time itself slows as you near the event horizon, a place where seconds outside may stretch into years for anything caught inside. It is suspenseful, silent, and awe-inspiring. Did you know that black holes can grow by consuming gas, dust, and even entire stars, pulling matter into a swirling accretion disk that glows brightly as friction and energy heated to unimaginable temperatures? Jets of particles may erupt from the poles, traveling across interstellar space at near the speed of light. These cosmic beacons are visible across galaxies, revealing the hidden power of something that is itself invisible. The paradox of black holes is that they are both destroyers and illuminators, silent predators. Yet their presence teaches us more about the universe than almost anything else. Picture yourself floating near one, feeling the subtle pull of gravity, imagining the curvature of space around you. Everything familiar stretches and distorts. Light bends in strange arcs. You are witnessing the extremes of reality itself. And yet there is calm, because even in this immense power, there is order, a rhythm, a predictable elegance to how gravity, mass, and energy interact. It is suspenseful, yes, but also comforting. For the universe's extremes obey rules, even if we barely comprehend them. Even more mysterious are binary systems containing black holes or neutron stars. Two collapsed remnants locked in a gravitational dance, orbiting each other in tight spirals, emitting gravitational waves, ripples in spacetime. When these titanic objects collide, they release energy that can outshine entire galaxies for brief moments. These events, though distant, teach us that the universe is alive with motion, a slow-motion ballet on a scale impossible to fathom. It is suspenseful, silent, and yet profoundly beautiful. Imagine drifting through the galaxy, passing clusters of pulsars, remnants of supernova. The light from each travels across light, some spinning rhythmically, others glowing faintly as they cool. Black holes hidden among stars, influencing orbits, shaping the motions of gas and dust, the extremes of mass and gravity hidden in plain sight, part of a universe that stretches from the quiet voids to these violent, energetic phenomena, everything linked in a delicate, awe-inspiring balance. Even time itself behaves differently near these extremes. Einstein's relativity shows us that massive objects slow time. A clock near a black hole ticks slower than one far away. Imagine the tension of that, the suspense of moments stretching infinitely. Yet even this strangeness feels rhythmic, like a cosmic meditation. It reminds us that the universe is not chaotic but elegantly designed. Every force, every wave, every pulse contributing to the vast, intricate dance. Now picture the life of a star collapsing into a neutron star or black hole, the slow burn of fusion, the explosion of a supernova, the quiet leftover core. You feel the suspense of creation and destruction intertwined. The violent past transforms into calm remnants. Each object a story frozen in time, a rhythm of energy and matter, teaching patience, and the beauty of extremes. As your mind softens and your body sinks deeper into comfort, imagine floating among these cosmic extremes, the intense gravity, the brilliant light, the silent darkness, feeling the pulse of the universe, the rhythm of collapsed stars, black holes, and gravitational waves. Let yourself drift slowly, absorbing the calm yet suspenseful presence of the extreme universe, knowing that even in its power and mystery, it exists in harmony, balance, and patience. And now, as you breathe slowly, we will drift onward toward the next chapter of our journey, where we explore the unseen currents of cosmic energy, dark matter, dark energy, and the forces shaping everything we see. A continuation of our voyage into the hidden architecture of the cosmos. So relax further. Keep your mind soft, and let the universe cradle you as we move even deeper into the mysteries of the night sky. Have you ever wondered what holds the universe together? What invisible forces guide the motions of galaxies, clusters, and stars, and what unseen energies push the cosmos apart? Tonight, we drift into the realm of dark matter, dark energy, and cosmic balance, the hidden scaffolding and driving force of everything we see. Picture yourself floating above a galaxy cluster, the galaxies swirling gracefully, glowing softly in the darkness, and yet the visible stars and gas account for only a tiny fraction of the mass. Most of the matter is invisible, unseen, yet its gravitational pull shapes every orbit. This is dark matter, a mysterious substance we cannot see directly. It forms halos around galaxies, holds clusters together, and guides the formation of cosmic structures. Without it, galaxies would not exist, and stars might drift aimlessly into the void. It is silent, hidden, yet profoundly essential. Imagine drifting through the invisible halo of dark matter. It wraps around every galaxy like a protective cocoon. Your mind cannot see it, but you sense its presence in the gentle tug of gravity. The way stars move, the way galaxies rotate, the subtle architecture of the universe depends on it. It is a cosmic skeleton, a hidden design underlying the grandeur of light, and yet its composition remains a mystery. Particles we have not yet detected, or forces we do not yet understand. It is suspenseful, silent, and infinite. Even more mysterious is dark energy, a force that stretches space itself, accelerating the expansion of the universe. Galaxies drift apart ever faster, like leaves on an invisible river of time and space. We cannot see dark energy, and yet it dominates the cosmos, comprising nearly 70% of its total content. It is patient, relentless, subtle, and its presence reminds us that the universe is far stranger than it appears. Even the most familiar stars and galaxies move within an unseen flow of energy, a current that shapes the fate of everything. Did you know that dark matter and dark energy together dictate the universe's past, present, and future? They sculpt the cosmic web of filaments, voids, and clusters. Every star, every planet, every nebula, even every black hole dances within this invisible framework. Yet we feel only a faint echo of these forces, detecting their influence through subtle gravitational lensing, galaxy rotation curves, and the cosmic microwave background. It is as if the universe speaks in whispers, revealing its secrets only to the patient, the observant, and the curious. Picture yourself drifting along a cosmic filament, a vast bridge of dark matter stretching millions of light years, galaxies forming along its spine, clusters gathering at its nodes. You feel the slow pull of gravity, the invisible tug of unseen mass, and yet space itself is expanding, stretching everything outward, a delicate tension. Creation and acceleration intertwined, balance and suspense existing simultaneously. Even closer, you notice small variations, tiny ripples in density, seeds of galaxies forming in the quiet darkness. Dark matter pools, gas flows, stars ignite. The universe is a slow, deliberate dance of matter and energy, and you are drifting gently among its rhythms, witnessing creation unfold across unimaginable scales of time and space. The invisible becomes tangible in your imagination, and the suspense of the unknown only deepens your sense of wonder. Imagine the cosmic web extending endlessly in all directions, dark energy pushing space apart, dark matter holding structures together, every galaxy, every cluster, every star tracing the contours of this hidden architecture. Even our own Milky Way moves along this invisible skeleton, part of a grand cosmic ballet choreographed across billions of years. The universe hums softly in rhythms we cannot hear, yet every heartbeat, every breath resonates with it. You are part of this silent symphony, a witness to forces both subtle and extreme. Even the emptiest voids contain suspense, dark matter threads and dark energy currents shaping them in silence. Galaxies drift apart, clusters stretch, cosmic filaments form and ripple. Creation and expansion continue in tandem, and, though invisible, these forces determine the ultimate fate of the universe. They remind us that calm can hide immense power, that what is unseen can be more influential than what is visible, and that patience, time, and subtlety are the essence of cosmic rhythm. As your mind softens and your body sinks deeper into calm, imagine drifting through the dark scaffolding of the universe, flowing along filaments of dark matter, riding the gentle expansion powered by dark energy, feeling the quiet pull of forces that shape every galaxy, every star, every planet. Allow the invisible to soothe your thoughts, the unknown to lull your mind, and the cosmic balance to guide your breathing into slow, steady rhythm. Now, as the unseen currents shimmer softly in your imagination, we will drift onward toward the next chapter, where we explore the history of the universe, from the Big Bang to the formation of galaxies, stars, and life itself, a journey through time, space, and the very origins of everything we see. So relax further, let your mind float, and let the universe cradle you as we drift deeper into cosmic history. Have you ever wondered how everything we see, stars, galaxies, planets, and even ourselves, began? What extraordinary events unfolded in the earliest moments of the universe, and how the cosmos evolved from a formless void to the vast, structured tapestry of galaxies and stars. Tonight, we will drift back through time to the very beginning, exploring the story of everything from the Big Bang to the cosmic dawn. Picture yourself floating in the deepest blackness. There is no light, no stars, only a dense, hot fog of energy. This is the universe as it was 13.8 billion years ago, a singularity of unimaginable density and heat. Then, in an instant imperceptible to human thought, it expands. Space itself stretches outward, carrying energy, light, and possibility. This is the Big Bang, the ultimate beginning, a burst of creation so intense that it still echoes today in every particle and wave. As the universe expands, it cools gradually. Quarks combine into protons and neutrons. Electrons dance around them, forming the simplest atoms, hydrogen and helium. Tiny fluctuations in density create the seeds of future galaxies. Gravity begins to weave its invisible threads, pulling matter together into the first clumps that will later ignite as stars. It is suspenseful, silent, and magnificent. Creation unfolding in slow motion across a canvas of unimaginable scale. Did you know that the first stars, known as population 3 stars, were massive and short-lived? Their intense radiation began to rayonize the universe, clearing the fog of primordial hydrogen. Their deaths, in spectacular supernova, seeded space with heavier elements, carbon, oxygen, iron, the building blocks of planets, life, and you. Every atom in your body was once part of a star, drifting through the cosmos, recycled across eons. It is both humbling and comforting, knowing that our existence is intertwined with the stars. Picture yourself drifting past the first galaxies, tiny clumps of stars glowing faintly against the darkness, colliding and merging over millions of years, forming larger structures, swirling spirals, and elliptical shapes. You feel the slow pull of gravity shaping clusters and filaments. The cosmic web begins to emerge, a vast network connecting galaxies across millions of light years. Everything is motion, tension, and balance, yet calm. The universe itself seems to breathe, pulsing gently with life. Even in the earliest times, suspense was everywhere. Some regions collapse faster, forming dense star clusters. Others remain diffuse, waiting for gravity to coax them together. Violent supernovae erupt in silence, scattering elements, shaping new stars. Black holes are born in the remnants, lurking unseen. Every action echoes across space and time, a slow, deliberate dance that spans billions of years, and we are floating through it, witnesses to creation in its most patient form. Now, imagine drifting closer to a forming galaxy, gas clouds collapsing under gravity, stars igniting one by one, radiation pushing against the inflow, sculpting the shape of the galaxy, nebulae glowing softly, threaded with magnetic fields. The interplay of forces is intricate, like the slow weaving of a cosmic tapestry. Every swirl of gas, every newborn star, every dying supernova contributes to the grand narrative, the suspense of formation, the quiet drama of energy, matter, and gravity, all unfolding in a rhythm that stretches across millennia. Did you know that even after billions of years, the universe continues to evolve, stars die and are reborn, galaxies collide and merge, clusters drift apart? Influenced by dark matter and dark energy, the cosmic web expands and stretches. And yet, in the midst of this grand motion, there is calm and order. Patterns emerge from chaos, harmony from turbulence, and every moment, no matter how brief, is part of an ongoing story of creation. Picture yourself floating amidst early galaxy clusters, the light from the first stars and galaxies traveling across millions of years to reach you, some still shining faintly. Remnants of the cosmic dawn, others have merged, forming majestic spirals and ellipses, the suspense of their interactions, collisions, and creations is mesmerizing. Yet it is gentle, hypnotic, and slow. Allow yourself to drift with them, feeling the quiet rhythm, the balance of gravity, energy, and time, a lullaby of creation, stretching across the universe. Even as the universe matures, the cycle of birth and death continues. Stars flare, collapse, and seed the cosmos with new material. Nebulae glow softly, black holes anchor galaxies. Dark matter and dark energy shape the evolution of cosmic structures. And we, as observers, witness this majestic story, feeling connected to the past, present, and future, a part of a continuum that stretches from the first fraction of a second after the Big Bang to the galaxies we see today. As your mind softens and your body sinks deeper into relaxation, imagine drifting slowly through this early universe, watching the first stars ignite, galaxies swirl, and cosmic filaments stretch endlessly, feeling the rhythm of creation, the pulse of energy, the suspense of transformation, knowing that every atom, every photon, every distant star is part of this grand story, and that you, lying beneath the night sky, are part of it too. Now, as the first galaxies shimmer softly in your imagination, we will drift onward toward the next chapter, where we explore the evolution of galaxies, the formation of planets, and the origins of life. The continuation of the cosmic journey from dawn to the world we inhabit today. So relax further, let your mind float freely, and let the universe cradle you as we drift deeper into cosmic history. Have you ever wondered how the magnificent galaxies, stars, and planets we see today came to be? How the universe sculpted its structures from the chaos of the early cosmos? And how the very atoms that form our world and our bodies traveled across billions of years to arrive here? Tonight, we will drift gently through the evolution of galaxies, the formation of stars, and the birth of planets. A journey connecting cosmic history to the world we inhabit. Picture yourself floating above a galaxy in its youth, spiraling clouds of gas and dust stretching outward, stars igniting one by one like flickering lanterns in the darkness, supernova exploding in brilliant flashes, scattering heavy elements into space. These elements, forged in the cores of massive stars, will one day become planets, oceans, and life. The galaxy hums softly, pulsing with energy and motion, every swirl, collision, and burst of light a part of its slow, hypnotic rhythm. Galaxies evolve through a delicate interplay of forces. Gravity pulls stars and gas into clusters, shaping spiral arms, elliptical forms, and galactic cores. Collisions between galaxies trigger bursts of star formation. Yet sometimes, this chaos creates symmetry. Patterns emerge, and galaxies settle into breathtaking structures. Even dark matter guides this evolution, silently shaping the motions of stars and gas. It is suspenseful, slow, and awe-inspiring. A cosmic dance unfolding across billions of years. Have you ever wondered how stars form within these galaxies, from dense clouds of gas and dust? Gravity pulls matter inward, collapsing regions spin faster, heating and igniting nuclear fusion. A star is born, a glowing beacon in the darkness. Some stars live brief, brilliant lives, exploding as supernova within millions of years. Others, like our sun, burn steadily for billions. Each star is a small universe of energy, a forge of elements, and a source of light and warmth. Picture the formation of planetary systems. Around young stars, disks of gas and dust swirl. Particles collide, stick together, and gradually form larger bodies. From pebble to planetesimal, planetesimal to planet. Some are rocky, others gas giants, each with unique orbits, atmospheres, and potential moons. The process is slow, patient, and hypnotic, a cosmic assembly line stretching millions of years. The suspense of creation lies in every collision, every swirl of matter, every subtle tug of gravity. Did you know that our own solar system formed in such a disk? About 4.6 billion years ago, the sun ignited at its center. Planets coalesced, asteroids formed, and comets took shape. The heavy elements produced by earlier generations of stars were already present, scattered across the young system by supernova long before. Every atom in the Earth, every molecule in your body, traveled across space and time, witnessing the birth of stars, surviving supernova, and finally settling into a new home. It is humbling, comforting, and magical. Picture drifting through the early solar system, planetesimals colliding, forming rocky planets, giant planets gathering thick atmospheres, asteroids and comets dancing through space, some delivering water, some scattering debris across the inner system. The rhythm of gravity and motion orchestrates a slow, silent symphony. You feel suspended in this cosmic flow. Every heartbeat aligning with the pulse of creation. Every breath syncing with the orbit of planets. Even the formation of our own Earth is full of suspense. Collisions with Mars-sized bodies may have formed the Moon. Volcanic activity and meteor impacts shaped continents, oceans, and atmosphere. The heavy elements from ancient supernova allowed the planet to become fertile for life. All of this unfolding in a slow, hypnotic rhythm. The story of Earth is a continuation of the universe's patient creation, a bridge between the stars and the living world beneath your eyes. Imagine drifting through a mature galaxy. Star clusters glowing, planetary systems forming, nebulae drifting softly, black holes lurking quietly, dark matter shaping motions, galaxies colliding gently, exchanging stars, gas, and energy, everything connected by gravity, energy, and the invisible threads of cosmic structure. Even the tiniest particle has its place in this elegant choreography, and you, floating in imagination, feel part of this slow, deliberate, and mesmerizing rhythm. Did you know that new stars and planets continue to form today in regions like the Orion Nebula, the Eagle Nebula, and distant molecular clouds? The universe is always creating, recycling, evolving. The cosmic dance is never ending, and through it all, calm and beauty coexist with suspense and motion. The night sky, serene from afar, hides a universe of activity, patience, and quiet energy. As your mind softens and your body relaxes, imagine drifting past galaxies, star clusters, and planetary systems, feeling the rhythm of their formation, the suspense of collisions, and the gentle pull of gravity. Allow the calm energy of the universe to settle within you, your thoughts aligning with the slow, deliberate pulse of cosmic creation. Every star, every planet, every atom a part of the same story. And you, lying beneath the night sky, connected to it all. Now, as galaxies shimmer softly in your imagination, we will drift onward toward the next chapter, where we explore the emergence of life, the evolution of planets, and the subtle patterns that guide habitability, a journey from cosmic creation to the cradle of life itself. So relax further, let your mind float freely, and let the universe cradle you as we drift deeper into the story of life among the stars. Have you ever wondered how a lifeless planet transforms into a cradle for life? How the elements forged in the hearts of ancient stars combine to create molecules, oceans, and the potential for consciousness? Tonight, we drift into the mysterious and delicate process of planetary habitability and the origins of life, where chemistry, physics, and cosmic timing converge in silent harmony. Picture yourself floating above a newly formed planet. The surface is young, raw, and shifting. Volcanoes vent gases into the thin atmosphere. Oceans form slowly from condensing water vapor. Lightning flashes across stormy clouds, and the chemical soup of the early atmosphere swirls with possibilities. Every particle, molecule, and droplet is a potential spark for life. The planet hums softly, a slow, hypnotic rhythm of creation and transformation. Even before life emerges, there is suspense. Organic molecules form in interstellar clouds, delivered by asteroids and cosmic dust. These compounds, carbon-based and rich in nitrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen, drift gently onto young worlds, combining in complex chemical dances, sometimes energy from lightning, ultraviolet light, or geothermal heat nudges these molecules into increasingly intricate structures. The planet itself becomes a quiet laboratory, testing the limits of chemistry and chance. Have you ever considered how a simple amino acid can become a foundation for life? How nucleotides, sugars, and lipids can assemble into membranes and primitive cells? The process is slow, subtle, and suspenseful. Some combinations fail, breaking apart silently. Others persist, forming chains, networks, and cycles. Eventually, stability emerges from chaos, a delicate balance between destruction and persistence. The very first hints of metabolism, replication, and organization appear. Picture yourself floating through a shallow, primordial ocean, vapor rising gently from hydrothermal vents, chemical gradients creating energy flows, tiny vesicles forming spontaneously, capturing molecules inside protective membranes. Each vesicle is a miniature universe, a silent experiment in organization. Some last only moments. Others survive long enough to reproduce. The suspense is palpable. The quiet rhythm hypnotic. You feel the slow, deliberate pace of emergence, the patient dance of molecules that will one day give rise to life. Did you know that life on Earth may have begun in multiple locations? Hydrothermal vents, shallow tidal pools, or beneath ice-covered oceans, each environment offering its own subtle advantages: energy, nutrients, protection, and time. Life emerges where conditions are balanced, persistent, and gently evolving. It is not a single event, but a gradual, suspenseful unfolding, a whisper of creation against the backdrop of an indifferent universe. Even once life forms, the suspense continues. Single-celled organisms dominate for billions of years. Photosynthesis develops, transforming the atmosphere and creating oxygen. Complex ecosystems emerge in slow-motion cycles. Predator and prey, cooperation and competition, mutation and adaptation. The planet itself responds, oceans, atmospheres, and climates shifting gently with the emergence of life. Everything is connected, balanced, and yet unpredictable. Imagine drifting through the eons, microbial mats spreading across shallow seas, volcanic islands rising and eroding, continents drifting across slow-moving tectonic plates, life exploring every niche, testing boundaries. The suspense lies in evolution, the slow emergence of complexity. Nothing is rushed, yet every moment matters. The rhythm of habitability echoes the cosmic rhythms we observed in stars, galaxies, and planetary formation. Did you know that even small changes in planetary conditions can tip the balance? Slight shifts in orbit, atmospheric composition, or stellar energy can nurture life or extinguish it. The universe is patient but exacting. Habitability is rare and precious, a quiet miracle of cosmic chance and timing, and yet, wherever the conditions align, life emerges, a testament to persistence, adaptability, and subtle cosmic design. As your mind softens and your body sinks deeper into calm, imagine floating above a lush, developing world. Oceans shimmering under starlight, gentle winds stirring clouds. Life at its earliest stages, pulsing quietly beneath the surface. Every molecule, cell, and wave, part of a slow, deliberate rhythm, a hypnotic dance connecting the planet to the universe. You are witnessing, in imagination, the suspense and poetry of life's emergence. Now, as these primordial oceans shimmer softly in your mind, we will drift onward, where we explore the evolution of complex life, ecosystems, and the first steps toward intelligence. A journey from the origins of life to the emergence of sentient observers. So relax further, let your mind float freely, and let the universe cradle you as we drift deeper into the story of life among the stars. Have you ever wondered how life evolves from single cells into complex ecosystems? How microscopic organisms gradually give rise to multicellular creatures, intricate food webs, and the first hints of intelligence? Tonight, we drift gently into the slow and mesmerizing story of evolution, ecosystems, and the emergence of early intelligence, where suspense, patience, and subtle forces shape the living world. Picture yourself floating above a primordial ocean, the surface rippling under starlight. Beneath it, single-celled organisms drift quietly, dividing and multiplying. Some harness the energy of the sun, performing photosynthesis. Others consume organic molecules, cycling nutrients through invisible networks. The oceans hum softly with invisible motion. A hidden drama unfolds over millions of years, silent yet profound, even in this early world. Suspense is everywhere. Random mutations appear in genetic material. Some fail, disappearing without consequence. Others confer advantages, allowing survival, growth, and proliferation. Tiny chemical changes ripple outward, subtly shifting the balance of ecosystems. Each success, each failure, a step in the slow march toward complexity. Imagine the first multicellular organisms forming, cells cooperating, specializing, communicating, colonies giving rise to tissues, tissues to organs, a slow, deliberate dance of coordination and adaptation. Life begins to explore new niches, moving from water to land, from microscopic existence to creatures with limbs, eyes, and nervous systems. Suspense grows as each evolutionary step is fraught with chance. Yet persistence, time, and subtle pressure guide the process forward. Did you know that ecosystems emerge from this complexity? Interconnected networks of producers, consumers, and decomposers. Every organism, from the tiniest microbe to the largest predator, has its place and role. Energy flows, matter cycles, and balance is maintained. The suspense is quiet, yet profound. A single extinction or adaptation can ripple across the web of life, shaping the trajectory of evolution for millions of years. Picture drifting through early forests and shallow seas, ferns and algae waving in gentle currents, small creatures crawling and swimming, exploring habitats, predators lurking, prey adapting. Life learning through trial and error. The suspense of survival and adaptation is hypnotic. Every interaction, every mutation, every subtle change contributes to a slow, mesmerizing rhythm. Even intelligence begins to emerge subtly. Nervous systems grow more complex. Sensory organs refine. Predators learn strategies. Prey develop defenses. Communication and social behavior take root. Creatures sense their environment in new ways. The suspense of problem-solving, learning, and survival echoes across evolutionary time. And though it unfolds over millions of years, the rhythm is deliberate, hypnotic, and immersive. Imagine floating alongside early vertebrates, fish exploring reefs, amphibians venturing onto land, insects buzzing in dense forests, early mammals scurrying under ferns. The world is alive with motion, interaction, and experimentation. Every niche tested, every opportunity explored. The suspense is gentle but constant, a slow, hypnotic unfolding of life's potential. Did you know that even seemingly small events, a slight climate shift, a volcanic eruption, a meteor strike, can redirect the course of evolution? Extinctions clear the stage for new forms. Survivors adapt and diversify, filling niches in a slow, mesmerizing pattern. The universe is patient, life persistent, and complexity inevitable under the right conditions. As your mind softens and your body sinks deeper into calm, imagine drifting above ancient ecosystems, forests stretching across continents, oceans teeming with life. The rhythm of predation, cooperation, reproduction, and adaptation flows gently, each heartbeat syncing with the pulse of evolution, every organism, every molecule, every gene part of a slow, deliberate dance. The suspense and calm coexist, a lullaby of life unfolding over eons. Now, as the forests and seas shimmer softly in your imagination, we will drift onward toward the next chapter, where we explore the evolution of human ancestors, early intelligence, and the dawn of curiosity, a journey from complex life to the first observers of the night sky. So relax further, let your mind float freely, and let the universe cradle you as we drift toward the origins of human awareness. Have you ever wondered how life's journey led to beings capable of thought, imagination, and wonder? How tiny changes over millions of years eventually gave rise to human ancestors, curiosity, and awareness? Tonight, we drift into the slow and mesmerizing story of early humans, the evolution of intelligence, and the dawn of curiosity, where suspense, adaptation, and discovery intertwine gently across time. Picture yourself standing on the edge of an ancient African savanna, the sun sinking below distant hills, painting the sky in warm, golden hues. Early hominins moved silently through the grasses, their eyes scanning for food, their ears attuned to the subtle rustle of predators. Each step a delicate balance between danger and survival. The rhythm of life here is slow, patient, and hypnotic, every heartbeat syncing with the pulse of the environment. Even before humans, intelligence was emerging. Primates learning social hierarchies, problem-solving to reach fruit. Early mammals exploring new niches, developing sensory awareness. Life had already been practicing observation, memory, and adaptation for millions of years. The suspense of learning and survival echoes softly in every moment, a gentle unfolding of curiosity across species and generations. Imagine a small group of early humans gathering near a river, fire flickering gently, casting long shadows across their faces. Tools of stone and wood, carefully crafted and passed between hands. Knowledge shared through gesture and imitation. Language beginning as simple sounds, evolving into complex communication over millennia. The suspense of invention is slow but profound. Every new discovery altering the course of life and understanding. Did you know that humans' brains grew larger over time, neural connections multiplying, allowing abstract thought, planning, and problem-solving memory became richer, imagination more vivid? Early humans learned to predict the movements of animals, the patterns of seasons, and the changing sky. Curiosity became survival, creativity became strategy, and every observation, every experiment, every question laid the groundwork for culture, art, and science. Picture yourself walking alongside these ancestors, watching them track herds, craft tools, and observe celestial patterns. The night sky shimmering above, countless stars providing a rhythm and orientation. Perhaps they paused, gazing upward with wonder, not understanding yet, but sensing the immensity, the mystery, the patterns of motion, the suspense of curiosity kindling in silent minds, a hypnotic rhythm of observation and insight. Even survival demanded experimentation, testing which stones could cut, which plants could be eaten, which paths led to safety. Mistakes were silent teachers, successes whispered rewards, knowledge accumulated slowly, passed from one generation to the next, and the night sky became a quiet companion, its patterns influencing migration, seasons, and the imagination. Did you know that early humans developed not only practical intelligence, but emotional awareness, empathy, cooperation, and social bonding allowed groups to thrive? Stories began to form, gestures to convey meaning, even before written language. The seeds of culture and philosophy emerged. Suspense and curiosity intertwined with necessity. The gentle rhythm of learning became the foundation for human consciousness. Picture the first tentative sketches in the dust, hands tracing shapes of animals, stars, and patterns. The desire to understand the world and mark it, to observe, question, and imagine. Suspense and curiosity walking hand in hand, the calm rhythm of attention and observation, soothing, hypnotic, and deliberate. As your mind softens and your body sinks deeper into relaxation, imagine drifting through the landscapes of early human life, through savannas, rivers, forests, and caves. Every step, every glance, every observation part of the slow emergence of awareness. The rhythm of curiosity, learning, and discovery echoing softly through time, and you, lying beneath the night sky, connected to every heartbeat, every mind, and every gaze that came before. Now, as the first fires flicker and stars shimmer softly in your imagination, we will drift onward toward the next chapter, where we explore the rise of civilizations, human understanding of the cosmos, and the birth of science. A journey from early curiosity to conscious observation of the night sky. So relax further. Let your mind float freely, and let the universe cradle you as we drift deeper into the story of human wonder. Have you ever wondered when humans first looked to the night sky and felt not just curiosity, but meaning? When the twinkling stars above stopped being just lights in the dark and became symbols, stories, calendars, and guides. Tonight, we drift into the tranquil and mysterious story of ancient civilizations and their cosmic understanding. A journey through time, where starlight shaped belief, science, and our eternal search for order in the universe. Picture yourself standing on the warm sands of ancient Mesopotamia. The air is still, the horizon endless. A river glistens under the moonlight as the first astronomers, farmers, priests, dreamers, gaze upward, they notice that the stars move in patterns, that certain bright wanderers, the planets, shift slowly through the sky. They carve markings into clay tablets, the earliest attempt to record the heavens. The suspense is quiet, yet immense. Each observation unlocking a secret about time, seasons, and fate, even in these early civilizations. Science and spirituality blend gently. The Babylonians track lunar cycles to predict floods. The Egyptians align temples to the solstices. The Mayans record eclipses and Venus cycles with mathematical precision. Every observation, every ritual, every alignment with the stars, a whisper of both devotion and discovery. The suspense lies not in danger, but in wonder. The slow unraveling of the universe's rhythm, one night. Imagine drifting now over the pyramids of Giza, their smooth sides glowing faintly under the moon. Each stone placed with astonishing accuracy, aligned with constellations that rise and fall with the passing centuries. The ancients believed the gods lived among the stars, that death was not an ending but a return to that shining realm. The suspense of eternity hums softly through the desert air, every grain of sand carrying the echoes of celestial devotion. Did you know that the ancient Chinese astronomers kept detailed star charts thousands of years before telescopes existed? They tracked comets, novas, and eclipses with incredible accuracy, each event carefully recorded, not just as an omen, but as data. They understood patterns, cycles, and the subtle harmony between the earth and the heavens. The suspense of observation replaced fear with understanding, a rhythm of curiosity turning slowly into science. Picture yourself walking through an ancient Mayan city. Stone observatories rise above the jungle canopy. Priests and astronomers peer through stone corridors aligned with solstices. They wait patiently for the sun to rise through a precise window, their hearts racing in silent suspense as shadow meets light at the perfect moment. The alignment proves their calculations true, and in that quiet triumph, faith and reason merge beautifully under the same sky. Even the Greeks, thousands of miles away, ponder the same mysteries. Aristarchus imagines the earth circling the sun. Hipparchus maps the stars with mathematical precision. Pythagoras listens for the music of the spheres. They see harmony where others see chaos. They find geometry in the heavens, logic in starlight. The suspense here is intellectual, the thrilling pursuit of truth in an infinite unknown. Did you know that even without modern tools, these early thinkers measured the Earth's circumference, predicted eclipses, and calculated distances to the moon with astonishing accuracy? They looked upward, not to escape life on Earth, but to understand it more deeply. Their gaze turned the night sky into the first great classroom, and every discovery deepened humanity's connection to the cosmos. Imagine now drifting through time, past temples, ziggurats, and stone circles, each monument aligned with constellations long faded from memory, each culture adding its voice to the symphony of human wonder. In every age, people looked upward and found comfort in the patterns of stars, the suspense of waiting for dawn, for the next eclipse, for the next revelation, was both scientific and spiritual, a union of intellect and faith. As your mind softens and your body relaxes, picture lying beneath a vast, ancient sky, the same stars shining now as they did then, billions of years old, yet always familiar. You can almost hear the quiet breath of generations who came before, their questions drifting softly through time. What are we? Why are we here? What lies beyond? The night hums with their voices, their awe, their eternal curiosity. Now, as the stars shimmer gently in your imagination, we will drift onward toward the next chapter, where we explore the rise of modern astronomy from Galileo's lens to the mysteries of deep space, a journey from the ancient world's wonder to the scientific revelations that shaped our modern understanding. So relax further. Let your thoughts drift like constellations across a calm, infinite sky, and let the universe cradle you as we drift deeper into the story of discovery and light.